Hello citizens! Today I would like to talk about how complexity of gameplay increases, how that affects you, and whether there is a limit to how complex Star Citizen can be. As always, if you like the video, sacrifice a like to the YouTube algorithm, and apparently about 70% of you watching are not subscribed, so you should probably subscribe. So, is there a limit to how complex Star Citizen gameplay can be? From a design standpoint, no. We all know that the intent is for Star Citizen to be deeply granular in all its aspects. Granted, we're not seeing much of this promised complexity yet, because most of our gameplay loops either don't exist or are only in their first stages. But as we go forward, we will see systems become more and more complex. A good recent example is the medical gameplay that will become more complicated in the upcoming 3.15 patch. Obviously, medical and healing won't be the only system that is going to be extremely complex. Eventually, scanning and data gameplay will see a complexity increase as well. Another very complex upcoming gameplay that I can think of will likely be repairing our ships and base construction. We don't know yet how complex base construction will be, but I imagine larger builds will require quite a lot of skill, but that's probably a topic for another video. So, how does this overall complexity affect you as a player? Well, there's the obvious obstacle of having to learn all these new systems and get used to how they affect your actions. And this brings the issue of players possibly needing a large amount of knowledge just to perform basic missions in the game. However, I think that CIG is aware of this issue and are actively designing new gameplay loops and systems to allow players to perform basic tasks within that loop without too much knowledge. This also allows for a learning curve to naturally emerge as you learn the given gameplay loop and progress to more complex scenarios. Again, with the example of medical gameplay, most of us won't need to know how to perform surgery. All you're going to need to know is how to provide first aid to yourself and your friends while you wait for rescue. As a player, nobody expects you to know every single system in-game in detail, or to know how to expertly perform every single gameplay loop. What I think we will see instead is one group of players specializing in a small number of different gameplay loops, and another group that will take the jack-of-all-trades approach. Ultimately, this will create an incentive for players to band together for various missions and tasks in the game. Of course, there is the possibility of being able to obtain the same skills by hiring an NPC, but we don't know that yet. On the other hand, there is the question of how expensive will it be to hire a player to help you perform a certain task, and whether tasks that require a high level of expertise will have high enough reward to justify hiring someone. With that being said, that's it for tonight. What do you think? Is Star Citizen going to become too complicated, or is that exactly what we want? Fly safe, and I will see you in the verse.